Alright, so it is Sunday, Slamology weekend, so I obviously did not go, but I wanted to talk about something pretty amazing that I thought happened, or something that I thought was pretty amazing that happened. So Gary, the guy who bought my old Nissan, Sonic the Hedgehog, that Nissan, somehow got his truck finished and made it to Slamology. So 2 weeks ago, that truck was completely gutted, tore apart, didn't have a box in it. He didn't have woofers, didn't have anything done. And somehow managed to, him and a bunch of dudes got together in like 2 weeks. They built the wall in it, big 6th order. He did like a 156 with it on a single amp. So they like welded up all the doors, built door panels, did a bunch of cool bus bars and all kinds of cool stuff. So they got that thing ready and got it ready to go and playing in like 2 weeks and made it to Slamology. So I'm gonna hook up with him as soon as I can and go get myself a demo, and I'll show you guys what that thing looks like, and it's pretty cool. Alright, so today I'm going to do a few things, try to clean this thing up, but the first thing I'm going to do is retap these holes. This hole is so rusted on the backside that it doesn't allow the bolt to go all the way in. So I'm just going to retap all the holes so I can get a bolt clean in there. Oh, watch this. That big old chunk of rust just ripped off the backside because the tap went through. So basically what happened last time, I put a bell housing bolt in, it actually screwed up the thread on the bolt. So when I pulled it back out, that bolt was junk. So I just wanted to make sure I go through and re-tap all these so I can get the right size bolt all the way in the block and don't cause any other problems. So that's what I'm doing. That should help. Let's see how this looks. I already went through a couple of them already. These are probably just going to go in my hand. I think it was just the bottom two, because these are actually just go straight into the block. This actually has an opening on the back side. So this opening on the back side here is what was all rusted, and that's what galled up the threads on the bolt. So I got the starter off now, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So basically, this is all rusted out on the back side, so the bolt can't go all the way through there. I'm just going to use the tap. This is a 10 by 1.5, 10 millimeter by 1.5 millimeter tap. Just going to thread it in. And get it to come all the way through. This side was actually seemed like it was mostly okay, but the other side is the one I had problems with, messing up the threads. I'm just going to run this one all the way through. Not really a whole lot of resistance. Yeah, there's a little bit. See how the rust falling off. Yeah, mostly clean, but now I don't have to worry about the bell housing bolts getting messed up. So something else happened today. I was talking to a guy that's going to be buying my old transmission, the one that was slipping, that came out of the Ranger. I told him it was slipping and I was going to sell it to him for 50 bucks. Younger dude, said he just graduated high school. So just for shits, I told him if he can show me proof that he graduated with honors, I'll give him the transmission for free. So he said he got like a full scholarship to college. So I told him if he shows me that he can, so I told him if he can prove to me that he graduated with honors or on honor roll or whatever, I'll just give him the transmission for free. So kind of a little pay it forward thing, and congratulations for not being a piece of shit. Alright, so went over it with the wire brush a little bit on some spots. I kind of chipped some of the paint off. Went over with the vacuum, sprayed some degreaser on it. And now I'm just going to go through and kind of wipe the degreaser off. I'm not really trying to get it spotless, but just cleaned up a little bit. I think a little bit is all I'm really going to need. I'm kind of more impressed with the inside here, how well this is cleaned up. Almost with just the vacuum. So it's very nice. I mean, this is where the intake manifold gaskets are going to be. So this is mostly clean. It's going to be pretty nice. So just got to go through and rub it down with the towel a little bit, get the degreaser off of it, and then it should be pretty clean. Right, here it is, cleaned up a little bit. Not really going to go too crazy on it, but I did spray some more black paint down on there where it was a little rusty before and all the shit was flaking off. Cleaned up all the oil that I could, and I don't know, works for me. Alright, so I did make a little bracket to hold that steering shaft over, but I don't know, that'll be okay for now. And I was looking at the shifting linkage, and that actually might work pretty good. I pulled the bracket off the other transmission, and I'll probably have to make like a custom bracket for it to make it work, but it should actually work pretty good. I mean, it goes down right to where the shifter is on the transmission, and looks pretty good. Alright, so just a couple other things. This fitting here that I ordered, this was the one that was too small, and now they sent me the right size, so that's good. I'm just waiting on one more fitting that adapts this to the fuel line from the truck, and that is pretty close based on the tracking. It should be here in a couple days. So once that's here, then I'll be able to put the intake manifold on and then hook the fuel system up, do the wiring. So the engine is now cleaned up now. I'm just about ready to drop it in for the last time. So one other thing that happened was I bent the oil dipstick and snapped that. Kind of kinked it, and then it broke down here, so I did order a new one of these. I ordered like a Lockhart flexible fucking fancy one for way too much money, and it'll be nice though because I won't have to dick around with it too much around the exhaust, so that'll be good. This is cleaned up as much as I'm going to do, just about ready to drop it in for the last time. And I did find a place actually on eBay that makes custom drive shafts. They're only like 90 miles from here, so they're pretty close. The prices on eBay for the custom shaft is like $200, so I don't think that's too bad. So I emailed them about building a shaft, see what kind of dimensions they're going to need for me, so I'll send it to them. It's Sunday right now, so they're probably going to email me back on Monday, and I'll get working on that. I do think I may be able to find a drive shaft from a two-wheel drive extended cab automatic transmission Ranger. So the automatic and manual transmissions actually have a different size drive shaft, but the two-wheel drive and the manual, they're like within a couple inches of what I need. So worst case, I'll get one of those, or that would be best case probably actually, if I can get one of those for cheap and then just put a new front yoke on it. But the slip yokes are like between $60 and $100. So if I could get a whole shaft made to my specs for like $200 to $250, I'm not really going to be losing that much else. I'm not really going to be saving that much money trying to do it the other way. So I might just have one built. Other than that, that's where I'm at right now. Have a wonderful day.